What up? What up? Another day. Another day. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, what up? Steve Hall. What's up? In my funded futures 50K starter account for 80 bucks. Once you pass the 80 bucks goes away, correct? I can look it up real quick. Let me just settled for 2 seconds, Steve. I am just getting settled in with freaking all this streaming stuff has boom. I'm just trying to. Does my funded futures go away? Let's see what happens. Let me see. I'm looking it up. I thought it did, but I don't actually know for a fact. How's that sound? Actually, let me see if mine I have funded accounts. Let me just see what mine says inside the stats thing, maybe. I do not see where it says it that I would owe more. I'm just looking. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I can't find it. Yo, what up, Donald? I got Roro on here, Enrique. What up? What up? I would have to look after hours, man. I can look for you, but I would have to go after hours and look. I don't know why I can't find it, why it's not like right in front of me. Ah, there you go, Alfred. I thought so because I don't see it anywhere. But you know, I wanted to see it in writing to bring it over on the stream, but I believe what Alfred says. I thought it was. Oh man. Dude, Google earnings after hours should be interesting. I got some accounts to blow on that. Definitely have some accounts to blow on that. Bum, 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 bum. We will not be doing a duck race today. We're going to be doing Google earnings today. If you look at the billing, it should show as canceled and will not renew. I thought it was, though. Oh, man. What up, Gunner? What up, Vivo? We are in the freaking chop zone. I think it's going to be interesting. I definitely came back and got smoked today. I definitely just got like chopped around. And I wasn't around in the morning. Man, when I'm not around in the morning, my days suck. Although I did pass, I blew 8 of these and I think I passed 3 of them. I think I passed 3 of them is what I did. Well, maybe not. Maybe I passed 4. What is 607 is passed. 626 is passed. 627 is passed. 628 is not. 629 is not. So yeah, I passed 3 out of 11 today. So it's about. Oh, hold on, I gotta get my door. Okay, just make sure you close the door. All right. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, so I passed like 3, and I still have 3 more. So maybe I could pass 4 out of 12. The only thing I'm worried about is this is where we've rejected a bunch of times. Look how many times we rejected here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got to take this. This is important. What up? I'm back. I was waiting for that. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, this looks like a big flag. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if we chopped in this zone all the way till 4 o'clock. Mm-hmm. That's probably ooh. Dude, who's going to be slamming Google earnings today? Who is going to be playing some Google earnings? I mean, you might be able to just play the range today. Probably 4:05 or 4:15. Earnings call is at 4:30, so it would have to be right at close, right at close, or right at 4:15. Let's see. So funny. I just looked it up, and this place says before market. It's after market. So I think I want to say it's 4:15, but I'm gonna have my orders in. Your pretend account blew a PA, so I'm looking to get another back. Yeah, yeah, they definitely should be. I'm guessing 4:05 because the earnings call is at 4:05. Hello, Nizam. I'm gonna bracket trade it, so I'll put orders below and above, and we'll see what happens. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I just think this is going to be one big chop fest from here until the. Man, they just pumped that. Watch. This is how it breaks the chop. It'll break the chop by me going in short at the top. Show me a bracket trade you would do. So like I would set So if it pops, it'll clip this buy and then it'll clip this sell. And if it drops, it clips the sell and then the buy. So the biggest issue that you get is if it goes up and clips the buy and then doesn't clip the sell and comes back down, you're going to lose. You know, that's the recipe for losing. Dude, there's a lot of stuff going on this week. There's a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, Google's probably gonna do well, I would assume. You go max, I usually go 5 contracts. So if I get clipped 5 contracts, it'll give me 25 points to move around. That's how I'm looking to play it. Of course, we've been in this range, but as soon as I short it, we'll go through the top. Always. Probably get big pullbacks in Asia session and London continue the uptrend. I think we're going to continue the uptrend. Just AMD's after hours. AMD's up 3% today. Not loving the fact that we're running prior. Yep. I knew that was coming. Watch, it'll stop me out and then we'll come all the way back down in the zone. Typical. Dude. I mean, I feel like I gotta play. I just feel like it's gonna go short here at some point. I didn't mean to click day. Like, we're not going to pull back at all here. I mean, we're at 700. I just. There we go. Got some. I got some of my money back. What up, A Plus? Yeah, got some of my money back right there. Just back in the grind. They passed a new law. NW can only go up. I'm guessing you meant NQ. I mean, it goes up more than it goes down, without a doubt. I mean, it's just the market. I feel like it goes down faster than it goes up, though. Price left so many bullish order blocks. I mean, overall, this is definitely looking bullish. Looking real bullish. I mean, you're running into earnings for Google, Amazon, Meta. Like, if these guys report well. Also, I brought up the chart. Like, they're trading at low PE ratios because they're growing and the shares aren't really going up. So the PE ratio keeps going down, which is saying that the stock is getting cheaper and cheaper. Eventually, they're going to take another leg up. Oh, man. I mean, you have nice consolidation here. I just don't want to buy at the top of the range. I want to buy it like down here. Boom, 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 boom. Ready to freaking. I'm just glad I cleaned out a lot of these accounts so I don't have to be bothered like trying to trade a lot of them. I passed a bunch of them. Man, what up, John? There's a lot riding on today's earnings, though. So, like, I'm not really buying stock. I mean, I bought BA calls today, and I ended up buying an Amazon, and I sold an Amazon put. And I think I'm just going to ride whatever I have into earnings today. I don't want to. I don't want to get caught like heavy in and earnings not be good. But yet I have enough that if earnings are good, I will make money. That's where I'm at. Oh, man. Yeah, John. Cash secured puts. Yep. Dude, I mean, I wouldn't that if I had that, man, I would probably be unloading. I don't like holding. I want to be the guy selling the premium going into earnings. I don't ever want to be the guy buying premium going into earnings, because if the earnings are the other way or good but don't really move, there's just so many things that can go wrong by you buying premium, and so many things can go right by you selling premium. Dude, BA is getting his dick kicked in. Yeah. Yep. BA is getting hammered. Come on, I'd love to see this 700 rejection come back down to like 70. All I know is those people on the airplane that like got the door ripped off and was sitting right there and nothing happened to them got freaking paid. Yeah, this thing's just gonna fucking go into earnings. I'm gonna hold this. This is gonna be a fucking hold. Well, best of luck to you, man. Obviously, I want to see everybody win, so I don't want to see you get smoked. Yo, what up, Slade? What up? What up? That money hit your account, man? Yeah, Steve. You when you pass, it goes away. Yep. And if you pay by bank using the coupon code, it'll only be $76, not 80. Boom, Slade. So Kid Poker, there's a stat that if you bought at all-time highs, it's for whatever reason, it's actually like a good spot to buy at. There was some guy did like a whole thing on Twitter about it. I guess what happens is at all-time highs, there's momentum. So I guess, it's going up. I appreciate it, Steve. Appreciate it. But yeah, something about all-time highs where like you got momentum behind you and whatnot. I think we're going to keep going up until, man. So 75 points. Yeah, I mean, being that you have earnings, a little bit. I passed 3 accounts today. I wanted to get all these accounts out of here, to be honest with you. I don't really like trading evals, so I kind of just started going all in. I passed 3 out of 11 so far, and I have 3 more. I don't know. I'm just kind of over the evals. I want to get this earnings out of the way, because once the earnings are out of the way, the market's going to kind of I think the direction is going to be up. Why don't you buy straight to funded? I have a couple. I got rebuild while I was on vacation. That's why I have all these accounts. I didn't buy these accounts. They were all rebuilds while I was away. I wish I recorded my face when I loaded up my computer and saw all these accounts. Yeah, I mean, I can, but I got rebuild, so I'm just using these. Yeah, dude, I wish I saw it. Like, I should have videoed my face when I loaded up the computer. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was, dude, it looked like Apex hit me for
700 billion and $1,300,000,000,000,000,000.
that's how much Apex hit me for. Boom, boom, boom. Man, I hope this thing rips. The only way I'm getting out of this position is if we go all the way up before. Big Mike. Dude, I love that I need to find it. Oh, what, the sound bites, man? I got the whole, bro, I got the whole thing. I got all the sound bites here. Every time I pass an account.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. We passed.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
This was a nice base, though. I mean, if you look, this is pretty nice. That's what she says. Dude, the sound bites are amazing. Man, I am pumped for Google. Watch it dump on me. We get a nice pumperoo. Are you going to explain your strat anytime soon or make a video about it? Yeah, I got a ton of videos about it. I got a lot of videos about it. I don't want to say there's like, I play a lot of pivot points. So see these here, I'll just go over it while everybody, it's kind of, I'll go over everything that I look at. So just to clear it up, I look at these points for support and resistance. It's on TradingView, and you can see all I'm looking for is areas to reject or use as support. I play the first touch, which means if it comes up and touches it, we reject and then we come back up. I'm probably not playing it again unless we move far enough away. Like something like this, where we move, 70 points away, I'd probably play it again. But if we reject like 10 points and come back up, I'm not going to add or something like that. Like some great example is like this. We hit up here, we rejected it, and then when we came back up here, I probably wouldn't have played it again And then a lot of times when we break over, I look for the retest of the pivot point to then move further up. If you look, I'm just trying to look for a day, something like this. You know, we broke over it, come back, retest, and you can take it north. But then when it comes back again, I'm not looking to play that again. So I play pivot points a lot. That's one of the things I look at a lot. And then I'll play like VWAP bounces. I'll play 200 bounces, something like depends on how close we get. There's really no 200 bounces today. Yeah, VWAP bounces, 200 bounces. I like when we're trending up. If we get a trend day, I like to see that it follows the 34, which is this green line. I'll typically look for consolidation like this for a break to the north. It's super, like it's not a complicated way of trading. I recently implemented the inversion fair value gaps. So the script I use, which I love, actually gives you the arrows when you kind of flip it. So see how you have these little green arrows? So like this was a, what do you call it? Fair value gap to the downside. If you could see, there's like a little red there. And then we basically came into it and then flipped it, created that. I just keep it really simple, man. Like I don't know all these other things that people use. I just keep it really simple, man. I think if it's too complicated, it overcomplicates it. Through the day, I have plenty of trades to take. And then sometimes I'll back out to like the 15-minute and I'll look for like the trade that I want to take, like a big trade that I want to take. And, you know, I'm just trying to think of an example. Like yesterday was a shit day, but I wasn't even around this morning. You know, like I love when we rip, like, so like we rip like this, like we just take off and we're up hundreds of points. And then we get to right around like, you know, a pivot point like R4. I'm probably going to take that. I'm probably going to hold it, you know. What up, Lusa? Yo, what up, Rob? Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll be honest with you, like I'm always learning other people's strategies just to see if I can pick up something that will work for me. And that's kind of how I landed on this script, this inversion fair value gaps. I really like it. And it's helped my trading, but like I've learned about the strat, which I really didn't like. I'll learn about all types of things just to learn about it. So I know here, I'm going to show you some guy I know. This is all he traded. I mean, this is the craziest strategy ever. So depending on the time frame, he used the 3 or the 5 minute, and all he did was buy when the 8 crossed the 34. So that's his purple line, and the green line's the 34. So he would have bought at like 10 a.m. this morning, and he would still be holding. obviously it works better in trend days. And I don't know, sometimes he would identify that it's not a trend day and stay out of it. I guess after like 2 or 3 losses where he'd take a small loss, he'd be out. But yeah, that's all he did. And he made a lot of money. And he was trading real money, not prop firm money. And that's all he would trade is when the 8 crossed the 34 on the Heiken chart. Heiken 3 or 5 minute chart. I can't find him anymore. I knew him for about 3 years, and then some personal stuff happened, and he got off of social media and just vanished like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yo, what up, Joseph? Damn. Yo, hit my boy Joseph with some confetti. Look at that. Last time to get payouts before they switch the system. Hey, Joseph, you did it. You did it, Joseph.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
Yo, race week in Brazil, baby. Now, F1, are you in? Do you work for F1 racing, or are you a fan and you travel around watching it? Well, you never know. You never know who's in the chat. Oh, you just follow it? Yeah. But you never know who's in the chat. I mean, all types of people you get that all walks of life come in and trading. We did it. Oh, dude, Yanks are done, man. You know what was crazy was somebody asked me if I wanted to go to the game today. They asked me yesterday, and I was like, bro, I would be into it if they possibly win last night. But I'm not going to a game when they're down 3-0 that is basically – it's a meaningless game. Like, if the Yanks win, awesome. Like, who gives, like, okay, we still got to win 3 more. Like, I wouldn't pay to go to a game until the Yanks win 2. You know, if the Yanks win 2 and it's 3-2, I would go to that game because then there would be some, like, the juices would be flowing. And then if they won, then it's game 7. Damn, Alfred. Give you the clap. So I got Alfred over here making
billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and
got to get up on the leaderboard. You had an execution error last night through a My Fund the Future PA. thought I was trading one MNQ size. It was when I had $400 drawdown, and well, it didn't take long. Been there, man. Been there. Billions and billions and billions. Dude, everybody loves texting me why I'm freaking trading. I have a feeling we're going to run into close.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I just have the run into close feeling. Yeah, you know what's funny is I told myself I was just going to buy and hold all day, and I did not because I'm an idiot. But I told myself to just buy and hold, get like a good spot, and just stay in. I just didn't. I blow my account like that. I thought I was on. I mean, yeah, dude, I think everyone's done that at least once. If you haven't blown an account thinking you were on micros and you're on minis, is Tradeify legit? I haven't heard any issues with Tradeify. I haven't heard any issues. I've heard a lot of people getting paid fast. I meant to get an account. I've been waiting to get rid of these gazillion fucking accounts that I have. You know, it was just too many. I had too many accounts is really what happened. So I want to just have accounts that mean something, which are the funded accounts. So I passed 3 of these and I have a couple more, and then I'm just going to trade funded accounts. I don't think it's a potential. You got to remember, like fast track. I think part of fast track is, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, the guy's driving a Ferrari. He's got an expensive watch. I'm sure he's taken some of the money and started living life as if he was making a lot more money. You know, I wouldn't be denying people's payouts and then have my profile picture be a Ferrari. Just bad taste. I would probably, you know, when it comes to Tradeify, I don't think there's enough people there that will destroy. They're not even that big. I never go on one firm. Never go on one firm. I always say spread it out, man. Like, always spread it out. And I have a fast track account. Like, I have a fast track account. I have it up. I actually made a trade in it just before. I don't think I'm going to get paid. I actually have a couple of accounts because I have them. I just have them still. Like, you can see, I'm up $70 today in it. Do I think I'm going to get paid? Man, I have no freaking idea. But it's on Quant Tower. I leave it up. And that's all I can say is I just leave it up. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not they can do whatever they want. They're unregulated and kind of regulated at the same time. I think once they get big enough, there's eyes on them. I think Apex has eyes on them. I think that's why they pushed a lot of people live. This is an industry that's exploded within the last year or so. So I think there's going to be a lot of, I don't know. Always spread it out. Yo, spread them cheeks out. Always spread them cheeks out. Yeah, I think it's just chaos, in generally speaking. I think so like Take Profit Trader, how they have it is if you make $5,000, they give you the option to go live. And after you make $20,000, they force you to go live. So I think the same thing is going to happen with a lot of these other firms, that they're going to push you live sooner than later. Did I trade options today? Yeah, I ended up selling one Amazon put. What did I do today? Sold one Amazon put. I bought a BA call for May at 150. And then I sold 5 this week, 26 calls on my TGTX shares to cover calls to collect some premium. And that's it. Was that my fucking drawdown? Dude, I didn't even know my drawdown was that low. Well, that got smoked. I'm probably done trading funded accounts here. I don't even know. This is about to get freaking nutty, I think. This is getting real. What's up, Marie? Are they going to ramp this thing back up? Oh, baby. I accidentally just bought 3 contracts and not. Ugh. What do I got to do here? It'd be nice if they pumped any plays on Google. I sold puts yesterday. I sold puts at 1. Oh, I put it in the video. Let me see what I got. At 162.50. I'm actually up 30%, 33% on them already. I probably should just take my money, but I have a feeling it's going to be good news, and I'm just going to hold it. No hedging at all? No. I mean, what would be the hedge? I sold puts. Worst case scenario, I end up owning Google stock at an average of 159. I'm fine owning it at $159. Doesn't bother me one bit. Yeah, doesn't bother me one bit owning the stock all the way down there. And at this point, that's down like 7-8% from where it's at. I'm not worried at all. I'm actually gonna go get a water. Hold on one second. Yo, push this up for me. Yo, pump this thing up for me. Hold on. Now I can't fucking leave because I'm in. I'm going to get water real quick. I'm back. Oh, you guys didn't push it up for me. Expected move is what, $11? Josh, $11 is the expected move. So even at $11, if it lost $11, is pretty much my break even. And I get to then have Google at a. I'm not super worried. I thought we would be, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a push as we get closer, unless, you know, today was the push. You know, today could have been the push, and now we're just going to sit here. I'm waiting for the candle that goes over 702 if they can get it. That was nice. Take it. Yeah, I bet the VIX is ripping. I would assume the VIX is going to be up through election. I mean, I don't see the VIX dropping before election. I mean, I don't know. It's all. Oh, man. I will say, come Google earnings, I have quite a bit of accounts to go through. I didn't realize that Bullnox. So Bullnox, what do you call it? Rebuild me a bunch. So I have a bunch of Bullnox accounts to actually use. Yeah, so Volumetrica is a couple firms use Volumetrica. I don't know who actually owns it, but Tradeify uses it. I almost feel like Tradeify is a white label of My Funded Futures. That's kind of what it seems like. But yeah, they use Volumetrica. Yeah, Big Mike. So typically they do move opposite. And what happens is when they both move together, one day is not crazy, but you start getting multiple days of them moving together at the same, either up or down, whatever it is. At some point, you're going to get a snap of one of them. So it's either the Qs or the NQ is going to snap and it's going to dump, or the VIX is going to snap and that will dump, and then the NQ will continue higher. Is it stable? I like it. I like it. I have no issues using it. Oh, I wish I freaking held, man. I wish I held. What up, Mohammed? What up, what up? AMD has earnings today also. So this is, it's going to be interesting. I don't trust AMD's earnings, but I trust Google's earnings. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Most definitely do not trust AMD. I got to put this on the freaking charger. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. That's one of the things I look at before I trade the VIX. When the VIX is up, options premiums are up because volatility is up. So selling options is great when the VIX is up. The VIX is almost at 20. Dude, I got the VIX down today. VIX is down today. I don't know what I just brought it up. but it is elevated. I mean, we're over 20. We're 19.1935. Dude, this thing just keeps going. Yo, on Fast Track, what do you have to get to get a payout in Fast Track on a 50K, by the way? Anybody know? Yeah, Ray, Bitcoin's rolling. Man, I'm just telling you, it feels like the market is going to take a bath after elections. Hey, if it works, it works. Anybody know Fast Track, what you have to get a payout? Fast Track trading payouts. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. They don't pay. Yeah, Carlos, I'm not telling you to get an account. These are accounts that I've had. I've had these accounts for a while. I don't know what to do with the accounts besides trading them. So I traded in them, and they're coming up, and I think it was 20. I think I had to be up $2,500. I mean, I got 1,500 more to go, but listen, what's the worst I could do? As I submit for a payout and I don't get it. I mean, I'm not planning on getting it. I'm not sitting here being like, oh, get the Fast Track account. Like, if you got one, don't destroy it. How many do I have? It's a good question. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5, man. Yeah. See what happens. I mean, listen, I leave it up because I have Quant Tower on the side, and that's how I trade it. So I have the chart up anyway, so it doesn't. 4. Oh, dude, I think 3 50Ks and 2 25s. None of them are up like a lot. Like the 25K, one's up 300 and one is basically even. The 50Ks, one's up 1,000, one's up like $500, and one's down like $150. I never really traded them hard. I always trade I trade more what you guys are looking at because you guys are looking. But yeah, I mean, if you got them, you might as well trade it and try to get them over. Trade those instead of Apex evals. I'm gonna I'm probably going to slam one on Google earnings because why not? Right? I got one for Google earnings right here. 9. Yeah, I got one for Google earnings. We good, fam. We good. I'm we'll get it rocking. I mean, ugh. I'm just cautious about everything with Google earnings coming out. Dude, Google's over 170 right now. See, this is what I was explaining on my video. Like, if you sold puts like I did, I'm only up $100. But if I bought the stock, I'd be up $500. But you have the ability to kind of lose and still win. Man, TGTX is just fucking ripping. It's been raging for weeks. Dude. You've had a rager for 7 months. Usually they say after 4 hours you should go to the hospital. Oh, you mean it was going up? All right. Bitcoin. Dude, Bitcoin to me is just, I don't fully understand crypto, man. I don't understand why you need crypto and you can't use, you just can't use regular money. I don't understand it. I can't also see you using a currency that fluctuates multiple percent in a day as a form of currency. Like, what if I bought something today and Bitcoin is up 5% tomorrow, or say it's down 5%? The guy who sold me the thing lost 5% on his money in one day. I'll tell you what, if Google earnings are bad, it's probably going to come down. Yeah, well, people's whole thing is like, oh, it's currency. I don't understand that, Matt. Yeah, the value does devalue every day, but it's backed by the US government. I don't know. I don't know if there's a place, like, there has to be a function for it that you can't do with anything else. And then I would say, hey, that's where it's at. Kamala back in that shit? Let me get some. Yeah. Damn, I was in at the fucking bottom of this. I could have grabbed 40 points. I gotta freaking hold more, man. I gotta say, If the dollar goes back on the gold standard, they'll have to revalue gold. It's never going back on the gold standard. Chinese immigrants are loading up on BTC and buying U.S. real estate with BTC. But like they could use, I don't know. Every time I hold, it results in a loss. Yeah, I mean, I got stopped out. Here, look, you can see. I told myself I was holding. Look at where I got stopped out. I literally got, look at that. That's where they blew my account up at, right there. That was 1 mini. I would be up $600. Nah, man, I'm not going to the game tonight. They're fucking down 3-0. You know what a depressing game that's going to be tonight? Even if they win, it's like, who gives a shit? That's the second time today I blew an account. I blew an eval, same thing, right at the bottom, and then it went. More like Freddie Freeman is smashing the Yankees. Dude, this just keeps going. That was my idea, was to buy, like this one contract was me buying to hold till the end of the day. My bias was long. So if you zoom out, what was I looking at? The hourly? If you go and look at the hourly, we came all the way down to the hourly pivot last night. Of course, I didn't buy because I was an idiot. And then you could see we broke out of the fair value gap. We inverted it at a 608 on the hourly. I will say, though, if I was charting this, I would be looking to go short soon. Yankees are toast. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Google can come out with earnings and it could stay flat. It could be flat, and I still make the money. Shit, Google could be down to 163 and I would still make money. Dude, are there any bears left? I mean, I don't know, man. I think the next couple of days will be the last hurrah. Yeah, I mean, listen, I can see that scenario playing out. This Google chart was amazing, though. I mean, you have an inverted head and shoulders here. I mean, we're blowing off this bad boy. I mean, I could definitely see us being at like 177 tomorrow if the earnings are decent. But here, look at the Qs. Qs are the NQ. I want to see us go over, make a new high, like to 510 maybe, and then come back and sell the fuck off. I would love to come back down to like 467-ish. Get that FOMO, baby. Dude, I told myself to just buy and hold all day, and I just did not buy and hold all day. I completely dropped the freaking ball on this. I literally got stopped out of the fucking bottom. Maybe I smell myself. Was this pump due to some fake? Nah, this pump is for all the earnings coming up, man. You got earnings, you got news this week. You got a lot of stuff going on this week. You just got to remember, you just got to play the chart and not think about how much we're up. That's my advice to you, is just play the chart. Just say, hey, every day is a new day, and play the chart. Don't look at the daily. When you start looking at the daily chart is when you're going to start being like, oh man, like we're up a lot. I think once the election comes, they dump this mofo. Especially, I think if Kamala wins, it's going to dump. You know, she's talking about taxing unrealized gains. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. I also think they're lightly pricing in some Trump wins. So I mean, you'll see today. Today's earnings are like, I think Google is going to have good earnings. I think, I'm trying to think whose earnings I'd be worried about. I'd probably be more worried about Facebook's earnings than Amazon or Google. Yeah, I just don't. I think if they dumped it before the election, yeah, John, like, I'm not a massive Trump guy, but if I had to vote, I mean, I would vote his way. But like, I don't understand why they couldn't get new people involved. Like, there wasn't even good other candidates that came up. I thought DeSantis was going to be good way, way early on until he just couldn't say the right things. I was like, dude, just play ball a little bit. Like, I don't understand. And then he picked the whole fight with Disney. Like, I don't know. And like they didn't even elect Kamala. Like they just threw her in. Like she wasn't even, there was no primaries to see who else is freaking out there. Like if I was another politician, I would be annoyed because I didn't even have my chance to do it. Yeah, he's got a huge following. You know who would be really good running the country, and I doubt he'll ever do it, or I don't know if he can because he wasn't born here, but Elon Musk would be a good freaking guy. He's super intelligent, super intelligent. He's for freedom of speech. It's just, is this the dump? Is this the dump? Tell me we get a nice little freaking dump-a-do before. We're right at this pivot point. I'm going to take a shot right here. I mean, you can say he's overrated, but he started SpaceX. He's drilling fucking holes in the ground for utility companies now. He's just pioneered a lot of things. He's more intelligent than any of these other guys that are running. And I feel like he understands. I think he feel like he understands the people more. But yeah, he wasn't born here. Yeah, John. I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. I thought we'd come down to see a 34 is where I thought we would go. It's a super tight. First of all, I used half size. It's a tight stop loss, and I used half size. I think I can only lose like $80. He's got that Boring Company. That's pretty cool. He did SpaceX. He's done PayPal. I mean, he's done Tesla. You know, he's done more than anybody else I really know. I mean, think about who else has done all that type of stuff. I don't even own a Tesla, by the way, and I don't even like Teslas. Like, I'm not a Tesla fan at all. I'm just saying the company in general is very, cutting edge. Not only is it a car company, but they have all the solar panels for the roofs that they're doing. Yeah, I mean, and then he goes on Joe Rogan and just smokes weed in front of millions and millions of people. Like he's just a man of the people. I guess. Well, the Boring Company he raised the money for the Boring Company. I think he put in 100 million of himself, and then he raised like 20 million outside using. I know he sold some flamethrowers for that, and I think he raised some other money. SpaceX is probably government funded, I would assume. But I mean, he owns Twitter. I don't know. Like, I don't know who else that would be that interesting to run. Just drop this pig. Just drop it. Come on, flash this bitch down. Come on. Flash it. I might take this. Oh, I was going to. Ah, that was pretty good. In an interview, he said he was 3 weeks away from going broke with Tesla. Yeah, I remember. I've seen that interview. I've definitely seen the interview. I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking about who would be interested, who would be very interesting running the country that kind of has a more neutral stance on things rather than being so far one way or the other. You flipped micros. I bought 10 micros. I was in it for 10 which is 1 mini. What I did was I had 5 micros, and then once it looked weak up here, I sold another 5 short, and then I put my stop above this candle, and then we dropped. So I kind of lagged into it. I was only playing it down to the 34, which is right here. You got this wick right here. You got the 34, and now you're getting kind of oversold on the 1. So, I'm kind of out of the position. If they let this go from here, you'll probably see 700. This would be the place to hold. Let's see. I always do stupid fucking shit. But I just gave back my fucking gains in 2 seconds. You know what? The risk reward for me was there because I just felt like if they gave this up, you were going to get like a 20-point fucking dump versus, losing 5 points. What time is earnings? 4:05. Dude, I saw that. But yet the government's all up on his dick for fucking SpaceX and everything else. How much capital would I say is needed to make 5,000 a month trading options? I've seen people make 5,000 a month trading options with $2,500. And then I've seen, it take 150 grand to make 5K. It depends how safe you want to be. How aggressive and how safe. There's a lot of people, you could do your research, a lot of people lose a lot of money doing stupid shit in the options game. Just let this fucking go. Let it go. Let it go. Safe as possible, probably like 150K. You would essentially be writing puts on stock, and if you got it assigned to you, you would then if you got the stock assigned to you, you would then write calls against it. Geez, they just fucking, there's no going down here. I mean, naked calls or naked puts is basically the fact that you don't have money in your account to cover. You know, like you sell, I don't know, 100 fucking, 100 calls, and then the stock ends up going up and you just get freaking destroyed, So I always have the cash to cover whatever I do. Dude, like, I try to keep it as less risky as possible. My goal is to make money and consistent gains, not make, 14,000% in one day, follow my options play. Like, that's not me. I'm doing it like it's a real job. I'm doing it to create income. I'm not doing it, like these fucking guys do on Twitter. It's yeah, no, hey man, this is the place to ask, This is the place to ask. But yeah, when you see on like Twitter and shit, crazy. Like, I'm all about I'm just all about just like consistently getting income from it. Like, but that's pretty much it. Selling cover calls is great. Like, naked puts is just, you don't have money. If you don't have the money to cover it, you shouldn't be doing it. Twitter clickbaiters, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, today's a pretty freaking mild day. I'm down $150 today. This is all I got left out of all my positions. This is it. Kind of waiting for Google. I don't need to press. So there's different levels that you can get approved for. So you can get approved. I think to sell naked, you got to be level 4 approved, in at least that's what it's called in E-Trade. And I don't know if you got to fill out a form. I don't know how you go about it, but you basically, yeah. I've always had cash to cover any puts I've sold, and anytime I sell calls, I have the stock in my account. So I'm selling covered calls. So basically, if the stock goes up into the strike, my stock in my account just gets taken away. And I make money, but my money's capped at that price. Yeah, you're right. But if Google went down to $80, bro, if Google went down to $80, I would put you guys on hold and I'd call up all my friends to buy Google at $80. And then I'd call my grandma and be like, yo, grandma, all in, girl. Time to go in. But yeah, I mean, that's why you do it in companies that you don't mind owning. I don't deal with any Greeks or things like that. I just find companies that I don't mind owning, that I like the company in general, and that if I get the stock put to me, I'm not like, oh man, I got the stock, I own the stock. Like if I get put the stock, I say, hey man, I wanted to own this anyways. You know, only do things that I want to own. I think that's where the problem gets, is people do it on companies that they don't want to own. And then that gets you in a scenario of, regret. I'm not in regret when I get put the stock. I bought the stock at a big discount. I don't mind it. Google's trading at 170. Okay, well, I would own Google at 159. I'm fine owning Google at 159. Long-term chart shows $80 a share is still very expensive. What long-term chart are you looking at? Because here's Google, and one of the things that you use to determine how expensive something is usually the PE ratio, and the PE ratio is trading at 24. We basically have traded above 24 the majority of time. Even when the stock was lower, the PE ratio was higher because the numbers that Google was producing was lower. If you get what I mean, like Google is growing. So Google is growing when Google in 2023 was less of a company. It was more expensive at $131 than it is at $170 today. If you're basing it off of that. Thumbs up, thumbs down, we get it. Like if Google went to $40 a share, it would be significantly. So here's an example. Like when you went all the way down in 2023, January. Yeah, but do you think that the economy has turned down for Google that much, that $80 a share or $40 a share is the same value? Dude, you know how much Google has grown in the last 4 years, 5 years? They started doing YouTube TV. Like they're making a lot more money. Making a lot more money. Let's see. Here, just to get, I don't have this year because this year is not done, but here's Google's revenue. So here's Google's revenue. I mean, its revenue is almost doubled since 2019. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot. The price, people look at the chart to determine how expensive something is when you have to look at what's actually going on. I mean, if you look at where Google was at, it's night and day. And then what they have in the tank. I think a lot of economic data is fake and these companies are lying about their performance. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, look how many, I don't know. I don't know. I would say that, I mean, Google is massive. And now I think their streaming numbers are going to be pretty solid. Listen, I don't need it to be that great. If it's flat, I win. If they're down $5, I win. I don't really care. Yeah. I don't think Google's faking their numbers. You know, if it was some shit company that was in China, like Lucky Coffee, I don't know if you guys remember that. How are you playing it? I sold 162.5 puts for this week. I sold them at $3 and something cents. So my break-even price is like 159. So if Google goes under 159, I fucking own it. You know, who cares? You know? Google is based on probably more. I think YouTube is growing at a massive rate. If you look at the financials in YouTube, in Google, I think YouTube is crushing it. And Netflix numbers have been high, so I think Google's streaming service is probably high. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. I mean, honestly, at the worst case scenario, say Google goes all the way down to $150 and I lose $9. I'm only down $900. I made fucking $2,000 or $2,100 yesterday. So I lose $900 if Google goes all the way down to 150. I'm gonna sleep fine no matter what happens. Man, this was a fucking clean. Look at this rejection right here. Pivot point rejection. If this sweeps under 700 to like 689, that would be money. Yo, Jimmy, that's awesome, Jimmy. Everybody I know that has YouTube Premium loves it. I don't run ads on my channel. I keep this channel ad free, by the way, for everybody, if you were wondering. I make zero money on ads on this channel. I'm going to get a snack for this fucking debacle that's happening at 4:05. Hold on. Oh, baby. Oh, now we're getting fucking you. Man, I should have just kept to my thesis of short at the fucking pivot point. I'd be up so much. I'm just buying for a 200 bounce right here. But the problem is algos are going crazy right now because of Google earnings. Yo, I'm catching this knife in my butt cheeks. No risk, no Rari. There we go. I'm out for 100. Hundy. Give him the clap. Diamond butt cheeks on that one. Dude. Yeah, gotta wait for it to settle and start turning up. Get them all turned up. All right, we about to smash his earnings or what?
Order submitted.
Oh, baby. No risk, no Rari.
Order submitted.
Diddy smash style. How are those munchies? They're pretty good.
Order filled.
Yo, that was premature. That was, yo, we just had some premature earnulation right there. What the fuck was that? I mean, don't get me wrong, I made money. I didn't get a chance to get all my fucking orders in. What the fuck? Yeah, I yeah. Google's up $6.50.
Order submitted. Stop failed. Order submitted.
Well, I just made 300. Dude, are they gonna pop this shit?
Stop failed.
Oh, Google. $255 if it stays like this. Oh, they just
Order submitted.
I'm curious what happens. Google's only up $3 right now. It's kind of giving it back. Oh, back up to $4. Bro, as long as Google stays positive, I bet you Amazon's fucking up also. Amazon's up 50 cents. Google has their call at 404.30.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
What up, Nizam? Duck? No, we're all. I'm playing Google earnings. I'm in. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Pump it, pump it. Come on, pump it. Keep pumping it. Come on. Don't you stop me out. Don't you pump that. I know you want to.
Order filled.
I got stopped out. That's my Ninja Trader trailing stop being pushed up. Fuck it.
Order submitted.
I think I'm going to
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
I might just ride or die. Bad boys for life right here long and just hold it. It's all I'm only playing evals. I randomly found these Bullnox evals. Later, Nizzle. I wonder if they retest back up here. Oh my dude, they pump. Pump this shit. I'm trying.
Order submitted.
Come on, keep it fucking rolling, man. You're tempted to short soon?
Order submitted. Order filled.
I don't know. I mean, I just sold out. I just made back a bunch of money. I mean, that would probably be the spot to short right at the pivot point. I want to see if it comes back to like down here. I mean, I'm just looking at my fucking, dude, I got text messages blowing up. Knew my Google calls would be great. Wait, hold on 1 second. Your 190 calls, when do they expire, Kai, the realist? Do they expire this week? If so, you're roasted, dude. I'm hoping those calls are like
Order submitted.
fucking
Order submitted.
far out calls. Well, if you follow my options channel and you sold Google puts, dude, I don't think those calls are going to be worth much tomorrow. At 190, Google's at 176. Yo, I don't think those calls are going to be worth anything tomorrow. What were they worth today anyways? I'm going to look right now. They were worth 68 cents at close. I don't know if they're going to be worth 68 cents at open tomorrow. You're going to get the juice sucked out hard. You're going to get a lot of juice sucked out. You're not even close to the strike. You're $14 away right now. What's my prediction? They're going to be worth 10 cents tomorrow. Yeah, if anything. I don't think you know how it works. I'll be honest with you. If you don't know how it works, you should go follow my options channel, which is another channel.
Order
And
filled.
you should learn a little bit before buying way out of the money calls on earnings. I'm just being honest with you, man. I'm trying to save you a lot of money before you do a bunch of stupid stuff. The duck race is going to be tomorrow. It was 5 points. How did I do in futures today? I cleaned out my account of a bunch of accounts I didn't need. I think I passed three evals. I think I passed just what, it was kind of like a whatever day. I was gone all morning. When I'm gone all morning, I kind of hate trading because I make more money in the morning than I make any other time. So I missed my money making opportunity. How would I rate my performance today? Like a 5? Just middle of the road. Oh, geez, this just. You know what's crazy is the Q's just dumped. Google did not dump. I wonder if AMD just had earnings. Oh, AMD had earnings. AMD is down $7. I'm so glad I didn't sell puts in AMD. Yeah, well, Marco, the market has been waiting for Google to report. That's the first big guy to report. Now you're going to get a lot of data out there. AMD just reported. You're going to have a lot of data out there. Now we're going to start seeing the moves. Damn, AMD. I wonder what here. Let's see what AMD earnings look like, because this is going to matter a lot, actually. Damn. Earnings per share, they're expecting 92 cents. Actual was 47. They beat on revenue. AMD lowers their low-end revenue guidance. AMD is not a stock to own. How does who trade this? Basically, who's trading right now? It's a bunch of algorithms just trading each other. So AMD is hinting NVIDIA is a massive fraud. Why would they? How would they be hinting that? Yo, what up, Pine Tree?
Order submitted.
I don't know how they're hinting about a fraud. Their earnings per share was just light. Damn, is this gonna fucking dump? Well, the markets are all open. You could trade stock all you want right now. Well, and NVIDIA's chips are in high demand compared to what do you call it? AMD's chips. I like PayPal long term after a couple more days of dipping.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
NVIDIA is misrepresenting their earnings numbers through fraudulent accounting. Dude, I don't know. PayPal is one of those that I believe are trading cheaper and cheaper.
Order submitted.
But yeah, I mean, PayPal is one of those that I like. I just don't like it at $80.
Order filled.
Jensen High has 20-year history of fraud. Yeah, I heard some stuff happening, but too many people use his chips at this point. His chips are used everywhere. They're the most sought out chips. I don't know, man. See, when you think about the markets, think about this, guys. Money is constantly being created. So the market is designed to always go up because more money is going to always be dumped into it. You also have people's retirement funds constantly being dumped into it. It's kind of like it's only going to go up over the long term. It's just the way it is. I think NVIDIA is rich where it's trading at, but I don't think they're going anywhere as a company. I'm watching this to see if I can buy again. Man, AMD is down $9. Google's up $6. It looks like my puts are going to be worthless, and I would have collected all my money. All my money. Boom, bitches. Plus, Amazon's up $1.44 after hours. That's solid. That's solid. Says I lost $11 in my trading account today. You don't want to get in at these prices. I wouldn't buy NVIDIA here right now at all. I mean, so this is the Qs, right? Let me go on the monthly chart. I am not betting against this. Do I think it's up a lot? Yes. But at the end of the day, do I think we can come down? Yes. Do I think over the long term, like the next 10 years, I think we're going to go up? I mean, look at the moves we've had over the last 2 years, 3 years. This little dip was COVID. That was COVID. And then we ripped, and then we dumped. I think we're due for this. We're due for, like, you know, we come back down over a longer period of time, but there has to be a catalyst, guys. It can't just happen because you want it to happen. It's probably going to be the debt within the country's debt. I mean, if it dumps 90%, you could play puts and probably make a ton of freaking money. What's going to be interesting is the government pushing for more chip manufacturers in the US. That's what you need to be looking at if you're looking at chips and things like that. What's interesting now is AMD reported and it wasn't good. Google reported it was good. I wonder if we trend here overnight.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Yeah, you just play what's in front of you. I mean, you could play what's hot, get in, smash it, and get out. Like, you don't have to.
Order filled.
And you don't even have to agree with it. That's the best part, is you don't have to agree with any of it. You just play what's given. Dude, I can't believe that I didn't get a chance to put more orders in. I made $1,200 in this eval. I would have banked in more accounts. Dude. I'll be honest with you, if you want to really invest in companies that guy Chris Camillo or whatever his name is from Dumb Money Live on YouTube is very intelligent. I like the way he invests, and you can apply that same way to yourself and see what trends are out there, and you can invest before Wall Street sees it. You just have to know where to look, and that's it. Dude, I knew about Facebook when it was way early. That and Shopify. Bro, if BlackRock is buying the company I'm invested in, I think that's a good thing. Because that means they're not going to let it fail.
Order submitted.
I'm all in on BlackRock buying it. That's like BlackRock's buying a ton of Bitcoin. It's hard. They're not going to lose money. They're just not. They're not in the money losing business.
Order filled.
See, I think you just got to look at it from what's actually happening and what the money is going into rather than what you think. BlackRock's going nowhere. I think it's like BlackRock, Vanguard. Oh man, what are the three largest funds? Three largest funds. BlackRock, Vanguard, and another one. They own and State Street. Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. They combined for 74% of the equity ETF market. That's, yeah. Yeah, you just got to ride the wave, and that's it, man. And don't let your personal feelings get in the way. That's the best advice. Yeah, Trader Boss, State Street. Yep, I didn't even see you write that. Yep, you're right. Those three companies own. Damn, Google Cloud revenue accelerated 35% year over year. That's massive. See, now what you need to look at is Google Cloud revenue accelerated 35% year over year. Well, now who's providing the cloud, cloud with, I don't know, parts and everything else? And then look at those smaller companies and invest in those. We can't get over this 34. Also, we're running out of time. Actually, Google's call is going on right now as we speak. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have a ton of cash on the side. I have a ton of cash on the side. I am not heavy into this market where we currently are. I own a small bit of stuff, enough that if we continue moving up, I make money. But at the same time, I have enough cash on the side to do a lot of things, you know. But I just collected money off of Google, and we'll see where my Amazon puts are tomorrow. I should make money on that. I sold Amazon 180 puts for this week. Amazon's at 192 after hours, so I'll probably just hold those and probably end up collecting that as well. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm breathing and relaxing with my money right now, and we'll see what happens. I'm not pushing anything. I mean, look at where we are on the chart. Like, you know, I'll just go to the daily. I mean, I'm not looking to load up on tech stocks when we're, you know, whatever I'm in is great. Like, I'm in stuff. So it's not like I have no exposure, but I'm not looking to add new exposure here. Like, you know, the idea is you ride it up and you buy these massive dips. You know, when you dip for 2 or 3 weeks is when you start looking for opportunities, not when you're up here. Up here, you know, you're selling calls against your position, or you're starting to leak out some of your position, you know, and then you wait for the next dip. This is looking like a wedge, though. I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would say where we are right now, you should have money on the sidelines. You should not be 100% full exposure in the market where we are right now. But we can keep going. You can keep going, but the goal is you buy on these dips. You know, that's where you want to be buying, dips, pullbacks, not, you know, you don't want to be buying Google where Google was just, you know, is up 10% in the last week or whatever. You don't want to be buying it now. All right, guys, I'm going to make some, if you're not subscribed to, let me see if I can just find it real quick. If you guys want to hear about stocks, options, and things like that, that's my other channel where I talk about it. I'll probably talk about the Google earnings today and what I'm doing with what I got currently, and everything else. I'll probably talk about that later on. And I don't know if you follow along or whatnot, but if you want, that's the channel where I put all the stock and option stuff. And then I'm going to get going, though. I got to start getting some dinner going, see what I'm doing, and be back tomorrow. I'll be back normal time. All right. I shall see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace out, guys.